guys.
Halftime in Oakland, and the Raiders have a 14-7 lead on the Browns, and a moving ceremony taking place in honor of the late Al Davis, featuring a number of former Raider players and coaches. There's Tom Flores,
Jim Plunkett.
The Bad Stork, Ted Hendricks, and many
there you go, guys.
A Raider Ring of Honor.
Ring of Honor, man, Al Davis right there.
And it culminated with
check this out.
Super Bowl champion
John Madden, baby. There we go. Lift that torch. Look at him. Yeah.
Al Davis passed away.
Tribute Al Davis right there, guys.
At the age of 82.
Exactly what you said to
there it is.
Back here at the team headquarters.
Raiders headquarters, babies.
And a makeshift memorial.
There you go.
At the base of that flagpole.
There's the flag.
Flowers,
there's
candles,
the doorway.
Silver pom-poms, and
Raiders headquarters.
Of condolence. Many say Al Davis was a part of their lives for so long, really the heart of the revolution, and they wanted to pay tribute. As much as the 82-year-old is
joined the Raiders
as
Davis,
GM and coach in 1963 and won the
AFL championship. He later
cool,
won 3 Super Bowls as the team's owner. Davis was instrumental in the AFL-NFL merger and was at the forefront of hiring minorities and women for key leadership positions in the NFL. He will best be remembered for 2 key phrases.
Like that Raider thing right
Just win, baby.
Just win, baby. That's what he's saying.
He's done so much.
Biletnikoff would have some temper displays, and Al would be over there just shaking his head, and I'd go by him, and he'd go, young man, he just wants to win more than I do, right? And that was Al.
Hall of Fame center Jim Otto, like everyone we talked with today, is still trying to process the fact that Al Davis is no longer with us.
Mr. Davis has been so loyal to so many people and so helpful to so many people that, you know, one does not think that that's ever going to end. And yes, indeed it has.
All 3 of these former players said there will never be another Al Davis.
Everybody will always remember him. There's only one guy like him. Coming off the field after the game, going to the locker room and seeing Mr. Davis there with a smile on his face and giving you a handshake, that handshake was very valuable.
You know, he's a great football mind. I'm pretty sure that was with him till he died.
Well, I think the key word there was loyalty.
Yeah.
He was so loyal to his players throughout their careers, when he played for them afterwards, and he expected him to take his place. A lot of the former players I talked with today mentioned his son Mark. Amy Trask was already in place. What do you think?
You know what? Whenever you would broach that subject with the Raiders in recent years, they didn't want any part of it. They never, in their minds, I think Al was going to live forever. And I think in many ways we all thought he was going to live forever, outlive everybody. But yeah, the last few coaches who showed up there to work for him, I think they all knew that there was a chance they could outlast him on the job. So I know when Hugh Jackson took over, he knew that Al Davis was not in the best of health. And I think he came at the right time for him. He came in at a time when he will get a lot of play, a lot of responsibility, a lot of authority. He may even get to decide who the next general manager might be. He may have some say in that. So Amy Trask is going to be there. Mark Davis, but she's a business person. Right. That's what she does. For football, you need to bring in a football person, and that's not.
Influential figures in NFL history. He was best known as a rebel who established a team that symbolized his own attitude both on and off the field. ABC7's Mike Schumann played against his teams and interviewed Davis throughout.
When he was inducting one of the Raiders into the Hall of Fame, we ended up being at that little airport in Akron, Canton, and as we were walking through, Al turned to me one time and he goes, you know, you would have made a good Raider. And I thought to myself, that's about as good a compliment as you're ever going to get in your life.
He knew everybody in the league that played pro.
To know that the best way we could honor the man is to play our best football on Sunday.
How emotional of a day has this been for the organization?
Well, it's been emotional, you know, but You know, the Raiders were still ran, like the good old days before all this, super corporate NFL.
I can't imagine that there's an owner out there that puts more into his team and his organization than Al did. But one of the things about him is he really did want to please you. When you worked for him, he wanted to give you everything that you could to win the best that he could at that stage.
He's 24/7 football guy. Just about every aspect. You know how many hats he wore over his long career as a scout, assistant coach, a head coach for the Raiders, commissioner of the old AFL, and finally, managing general partner of the Oakland Raiders. He knew football inside and out, and that was his passion.
He has been a forward thinker.
Moment of silence to remember one of the most influential men in NFL history. But the Texans...
Yeah, man, Al Davis torch, baby. Check it out.
Getting ready for the Browns. Kickoff.
Yeah, there we go.
On the Raiders wearing decals. Memory of Al Davis. Wearing it on their helmets, fans.
Al Davis, who is as involved in the day-to-day operations of this team. Very involved in
Al Davis playing, baby.
Personnel decisions, the draft. He'd sit in on draft meetings, spend a lot of time with the defense. As you know, he'd be out on the practice field. There'll never be another owner like Al Davis. Very intense, highly motivated, tireless work.
Lost 2 in a row. They are last in the AFC North. Oakland now a half game behind San Diego for the lead in the AFC West. Thanks to our producer, Ross Schneiderman, director Mark Grant, statistician Mike Bazemore, our spotter, J.D. Rutledge. For Rich Gannon, this is Marv Albert from Oakland tonight on CBS. It's 60 Minutes, followed by The Amazing Race, The Good Wife, and CSI Miami. A victory for the Raiders over the Browns. You've been watching the NFL on